Hello, and welcome to today's NinjaTrader ecosystem event, Easy Trader System with Markers plus Automation. My name is Juanita, and I am the NinjaTrader ecosystem platform representative. Before we get started with today's webinar, I have a few housekeeping notes. This webinar is presented by NinjaTrader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the NinjaTrader trading software. Any brokerage-related questions should be sent directly to the NinjaTrader brokerage. If you are new to NinjaTrader, please make sure to sign up for your free NinjaTrader demo with real-time market data. Our platform is always free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. Before I turn the mic over to Mike, it's important to understand that futures, currency, and options trading contain substantial risk and is not suitable for every investor. It is possible to lose all funds or more than your initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Also, please remember, these training sessions are not a solicitation nor recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Thank you again for joining us, and without further ado, it's my pleasure to welcome to the NinjaTrader ecosystem webinar room, Mike. Go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Juanita, and welcome everybody. And it's nice to see you all here. This should be an interesting session. We're going to be covering our Easy Trader system with markers and some of the automation capability, as well as other tools that are within our RangerPlus package, which includes Easy Trader. Next thing is everybody should take a moment to read this. As Juanita was saying, all trading does involve risk. There is no safe trading system that's ever been devised, and no one can guarantee profit or freedom from loss. And also, this presentation is for educational purposes only. You can see our complete disclosure statement on our website. So with that, let's move on. Who we are, we're not a huge company, but we've been in business for over 20 years, and the Easy Trader product has been available and around and has been used for well over 20 years, and continues to work very well. It is not an optimized system, and so for that reason, it continues to work. My name is Mike Green. I've been trading a long time. I am the owner and developer of NinjaTrader trading software. When you join us, I do the installation for you personally on your computer while you watch me do it. I take care of most technical issues, and we hold bi-monthly training and teaching sessions in our Insiders Club, which is very important for ongoing training. John's been with me for almost 25 years, and he's a full-time trader as well. The important thing to note is that we are full-time traders, and it's very difficult to get a hold of us before 11 in the morning because we're trading. But we are very responsive to people that have requirements and are having issues with their computer or our product, which is not very often. Okay, what do we need to be able to trade successfully? I mean, that's the key question that everybody should be asking themselves. First of all, to be able to trade well, you've got to be stress-free. And by stress-free, I mean when you're in the market, it can be stressful when you're day trading because there's always the risk of losing money, and nobody likes to lose money. So the key is the less time in the market, the better. You want to be able to trade stress-free, and by stress-free, I mean that means you've got to believe in your signals and know when you should be trading and when you're not trading, and have a firm set of rules that you follow. Our Fibonacci power zones are very, very important areas where prices should stop and reverse. They act as support and resistance. We calculate automatically our Fibonacci extensions, And automation, of course, is very important these days because of the speed of the markets. You should always check every day before you start trading what the daily news is coming. You must know what's in front of you because the news does impact these markets. And we primarily trade the E-mini. And if you're not aware of what's going on and what news is out there, you're liable to be finding yourself trading right into the teeth of a very important report that's coming out that could cause the market to violently react. And if you're not aware of it, you can get stuck pretty quick. Like today, I mean, the GDP came out and it was red on the Forex News Factory. The unemployment claims were out today and it was orange. I pretty much have a rule that all red and orange news sessions on Forex News, I stand aside at least 5 minutes on either side of those news because I think it's important. Also, you'll notice that today that we had a red marker for the Jackson Hole meeting that is taking place out in Utah. It has to do with the Fed. And it's red all day. So what that told me today I had to be super cautious in my trading because it was a red day. I mean, it was a red all day. So that told me I needed to be careful, very careful. You also need to know and should have some idea when to stand aside because the market's too choppy and you need some mechanism to be able to pull the trigger to enter a trade. So once you know the setups and the areas, and then you've got to have a mechanism that enables you to pull the trigger and enter a trade. So what it comes down to is you got to know the areas, you've got to have triggers, and you must have a plan. And the plan can be as simple as saying, I want to make 10 ticks per contract per day, period. And that's all I want to do. And once I do that, I quit trading. The problem so many traders have is they overtrade, and they make it up and they give it all back, and then they wind up losing money. I'm here to tell you, and I'm sure most of you probably know because I'm sure many of you have been trading a long time, is that nothing works 100% of the time. All you can hope for is to have techniques and methods that give you an edge in the market, and that's what our software does. It gives you a very strong edge. But you must have a plan, and you also, with that plan, if the plan is simply 10 ticks per day, and then you have a rule that says I want to trade 10 minutes after the market opens and trade up till 10:30 or 11 o'clock. But but you need a plan. You need a firm plan, and then once you've got that plan in place, execute that plan the same way every single day. And you'll be successful. If you don't, you'll fail. Simple as that. The Easy Trader signal is the foundation of our methods, and it's very simple. It is designed to provide ease of trading, and that you can tell by the bar color. When the bar turns red, it's a short signal, and when the bar turns green, it's a long signal. It will give you an arrow. You can change the color of the arrow if you want to. But the Easy Trader is the foundation of our system. It has built into it 6 proprietary techniques and algorithms that are used to form the bar colors. Also, it gives you signals by these little dots that you see here when you reach extremes and have a potential for a reversal. And I'll talk about those briefly, but like this is a reversal X plus trade right down here, and you would have gone in somewhere here. The next step is automation. Markers Plus, we added markers to our product line because they have really a very robust, fully automatic order entry system. Markers also has the ability to do a lot of other things that work in concert with many of our proprietary indicators for developing signals and setting up automated systems. And I'm going to be showing you today our Easy Trader Basic, our Markers Easy Trader system, and the Markers Easy with the Coral Trend system. and the markers curl trend system as a standalone. I'm going to go over these in somewhat detail and look at some of the setups that we had today so that you can see how they work. This is what the Easy Trader Basic looks like. You simply can see the short signals, the long signals, short, 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 short. You can see the signals; they're very, very, very clear. And this line here, this is a power Fibonacci line, and those act as support or resistance. And many, many times, the price will bounce off of those levels. The trend X velocity is also a very important indicator. I'll talk about that briefly too, but about the overbought and oversold areas can many, many times provide opportunities for taking additional trades. This is the markers Easy Trader system. Background, when the background's green, that means long trades are allowed. When the background is red, short trades are allowed. And it tells you up here in the corner what's active, whether it's a long or short. And this gives you the longs with a lime arrow up, a short red arrow down. You can see there's a short here, there's a long here, there's a long here. This one here you couldn't have taken because it's the signal worked, but the arrow was in a red background, so there was no trade. This is the markers Easy with Coral Trend system, and this is an interesting model. It's the same setup as the one I just showed you, but it has the ability to additionally take the Coral Trend trade when the background is green or red. So sometimes it will get you in additional trades. For example, as you can see here was a nice long signal we had here, and then you can see the Coral Trend here went down, turned red. And then it turned right up here. You see this little notched up, and you have another green arrow. There's another long you could have taken right here with the Coral Trend. So it gives you the ability to take additional trades. You had the same thing right here. Here's a short trade, and the Coral Trend went up. Coral Trend turned down here, and you get another short right here, right off of the fib. Quite powerful, and it's all designed for ease of trading so that you can trade comfortably. Remember, you're only looking for 10 ticks a day. And if you can make 10 ticks a day, if you can make 10 ticks a day and you trade 3, 4, 5 contracts, you should quite easily be able to make your daily goal. See, somebody says it looks like the Woody's trend. It is not Woody's trend. I can guarantee you that. I have Woody's trend, so I know what it looks like. Okay, this is the markers Coral Trend system. This has nothing to do with Easy Trader, but it has to do with our trend bars, which is what these bars here are. This is the Coral Trend, and then this here is a combination of 2 moving averages that are optimized and to give additional trades. And this also can be quite powerful. The trend is developed by this line down here. So when this line here is green, you're looking for long trades. When it's red, you're looking for short trades. Very powerful, and I'll show this to you. The Markers Plus order management system is very powerful for some of you, and I know many of you probably already have markers. Just want to quickly say here, if you do have markers, there is a additional discount to our product if you have markers because we don't need to supply it. Markers is a $945 value that we do include with our product, but if you already own it, we do give you a discount for owning it already. But you have the capability for defining the type object up or down, the color of it. You can define how you go into the market. I typically like to go into at market. You can set daily maximum profits and losses, and it will quit trading. You can set up to 3 time windows. You can also set up exit strategy, and you can set up a filter strategy if you want to. So it's very, very flexible and quite easy to use. We do provide the default workspaces for our models with these already defined for you, and so that they can be used immediately. So what do you get? Our RangerPlus trading system includes all of our standard modules, which are these 5 modules here: the Compass, Easy Trader, the Simply Easy, the Trend Master, and the Actionator. And you get all the markers models that we've developed: the Easy Trader, the Extreme Trader, Trend Master, Actionator, Bar Signals, and the bonus is the Curl Trend system. And those all come with our system. All modules, you get all the modules, you get all the workspaces, and you get the templates. You get all of the Insider Club templates from our bi-monthly meetings that we have with our owners as we develop stuff for and with our owners. We provide those templates to everybody that is a member. You get all the RangerPlus indicators. You get the complete Markers Plus system package. You get over 50 indicators for your own custom workspaces if you choose to do that. We have some users that like to design their own stuff. And if we use any of the markers required indicators, if we use any of the ones that have been developed by markers in any of our systems, we have devised a method where you can get a substantial discount on those purchases. Okay, you can watch our product run real time right from our website. We call it our virtual demo, and it looks like this. I'll show you this where this is on the web shortly. It's on our website at DimensionTrader.com. But all you have to do is when you go in there, it looks like this. You click here to enter the virtual demo, and then you put in your name and your email address, and very quickly you get an email back with the code to enter the virtual demo, and you'll download a little widget and you'll pop right in. So let's take a look at the website, and then we'll take a look at some charts and just see how things look. So what we're going to do now is go to our website. This is our homepage at DimensionTrader.com. That's me right there. And so you just go to the software area and go to Live Virtual Demo right here, and click there, and you'll see this area right here. And all you have to do is to click on this to register for the virtual demo, and you'll get a little screen that comes up, and you just fill this out, and you'll get an email back with the code to get into it, and you can watch the product run real time. It's running right now, as a matter of fact. And okay, what I want to do at this point is I want to switch to a live screens, and I'm going to run through a couple things before I get into the models. And we're going to be working with live data right now for the next several minutes. And I'm going to my goal, frankly, as you know, was to have this thing done and have my presentation finished right around 5 o'clock Eastern time or so. So we have it. So we have time for questions if anybody has any questions. So this is our Zone Trader 2 indicator. It's frankly was our product 30 years ago, and it continues to work well. It has small triggers on it, big triggers on it. It has an upper balance line and a lower balance line and a mid balance line. And you will notice that in our systems, they are all color coordinated. Cool colors are colors like blue, green, magenta. Warm colors are like, I'm sorry, blue, green, lime, and cyan. Warm colors are red and magenta and colors like that. And so you can just kind of look and then you can quickly tell what's what. You also will notice that these are what we call next bars. And our next bars are quite unique. They are a proprietary bar of ours, and they are a function of volume and price. And they will change depending upon the action that's going on in the market. The size of them will change, and the number of them and the speed that they come will change depending upon the action in the market. And you can see that. These are our power Fibonacci lines. Red is resistance, blue is support. See how it bounces off of these areas right here? That's not uncommon. I mean, this is live data, and these are calculated each and every evening and are posted on our servers, and they automatically populate on your charts for you without you having to do any intervention at all. We also have a tool for developing, for determining trend direction. We have the action oscillator, which we use in our systems for telling us which direction to trade. You can see here that the action oscillator here has been green since about 1519. And so it's looking for long trades. Okay, back here you can see it was red. There's also a technique that we have, but because some people in the action oscillator is based upon what I call pivot structure. And it's looking at the internals of the action for determining what the trend direction is and which direction you should be trading it. But you also have the ability with one of our other indicators, and it's right here. This one is our trend direction indicator, and this one is based upon a 5-minute bar. Although it's painted on the next bar, the actual trend direction, which is this line right here, is determined by this input here. This is a 5-minute. If I wanted to see a 30-minute, all I have to do is to put a 30-minute in there and do apply. And now what it's doing is it's calculated the trend based upon a 30-minute chart that is running in the background. So that's a technique that can also be used too. We have many of our traders like that technique. Okay. Next thing you need to have is that you need the ability to have some method for execution. And two of our best ones that we have several, but these are my favorites. We have the Easy Trader Buddy and the Exit Reentry tool. When the Easy Trader Buddy lines up and you get 2 dots like this, you get an arrow up. When you get reds, you get a down arrow. This is the Exit Reentry tool, which is really useful for re-entering trades. That's pretty much how I like to use it. Again, green is up, red is down, yellow is neutral. Simple as that. And these arrows can be used within markers, of course. Trend X velocity is very important. This gives you the ability that when it gets into an oversold or overbought area where you can start to look for reversals, perhaps, say like right here, here, here. Gives you the potential to where you can look for potential reversals. You cannot just use a single indicator, frankly, for determining where to take a trade. I'm just showing you some of the key indicators that are important that can be combined with other indicators for developing a trading strategy system. Okay. Here's an example just to show you how easy it is to program markers. This is our trend. These is our trend master bars right here, and you see where it plots the arrow. So it's looking for a green or a line or red arrows for a signal, and it's using as an exit our Danton stop when it plots these dark red or dark green. So all you would have to do would be to go into the markers package right here and then pull up markers and tell it that you're looking for an arrow up and an arrow down, and the arrow up you want it to be a lime color, and the arrow down you want it to be a red color, and you would set this any way you want it. Here you can set the time. You can set an exit strategy where you use the exit strategy here, and you want to use when you want to arrow down and change this to a dark red, and change this one here to an arrow up to a dark green, and just change that to a dark green for an exit. And there's the dark green. So now what you've done is you just do apply, and now what you've done is you've programmed it. And the next thing all you have to do is you have to pick a valid ATM, or in the system that you're using. We supply to you several example ATMs, like right here. Here are the various samples that we provide, but let's say you wanted to use one here where you had a target of 7 with a stop of 7 with a break even of 5. All you'd have to do is to click on that, and that pops it right in there. And if you want to use Sim 101, you click it right there, you turn it on, and you have the capability to do it on a semi-automatic mode or a fully automatic mode. Just that simple to do. The Easy Trader signal, same thing. You can see the trading signals. And also, this is something else that I always look at. This is what I call the big picture. This is on all of our trading workspaces. And really, it gives you a very, very good snapshot of what the day looks like. And as you can see here, this is on a 1-minute chart. And this area here represents the gap. So you can see that today, beginning right here around 9:30 this morning, you can see where it was this morning, where it was bouncing off of yesterday's close right here, and there's yesterday's high. And so you could tell that the market was wanting to go up here this morning. So but also right on top of yourself up here, you had a fib line that was saying that's resistance. So what that was saying to me when I looked at this morning when I was trading, that told me I needed to be very, very careful from the open as it opened and as to when I actually was going to start trading. I typically don't start trading till sometime around 9:40, 9:45 anyway, because I like the market to open and digest the open stuff before I start trading. But this tells me that's one of the rules that you have to make up your own, because everybody will have different rules. I see somebody else has already typed in the times they like to trade from 9:48 to 11:15 and 1:15 to 3:30. Not bad. Okay, I would the 9:48 to 11:15 makes sense to me, Jake. I would not trade at 1:15. I assume these are Eastern times. I would be looking to trade from about 2:35 to around 3:45 is what I would be doing if I was trading in the afternoon, just to give you an idea. Somebody's typed in like to trade through reports. I'm always on the sidelines at reports. I thought I said that a while back when I was doing the thing. Always stand aside during reports, but this told me that I needed to be careful. But then you can, because of the fib line here, and the fib was resistance right there. And so I waited till I actually waited till around 9:55 or 10 o'clock this morning before I started trading, and because of this condition right here. So this big picture can be quite helpful because it helps you analyze and lay out what your day's activity might be. Okay, next thing I want to do is I want to go over, and I'm looking time-wise here, to keep Juanita happy. It's 4:59, Juanita, and my goal was 5. My goal was 5 to be done. This 5:10 is my 40-minute marker, so we'll see how this goes. Let's go down here to here's the markers Easy Trader, okay? I mean, you can just see this. Background is green. There's a long signal. There's a long signal. This one you don't take because the background is green. You don't take this trade here because the background is red. Here's a short signal right here. You don't take this trade here because the background. This one you don't take because this first bar is outside. Okay, so there's no trade here. And here's a trade here. There's no trade here. I think you get the idea. And you can see this is all configured, where it's got an exit strategy, it has a filter, and it's all pre-programmed. This is the next one is the Easy Trader with the Coral Trend. This is really a beautiful setup because it does two things. It has the Easy Trader signal that we just went through, but it also has the ability to sometimes get you in earlier using the Coral Trend. and additionally with the curl trend. For example, you can see right here where here's the Easy Trader signal. The curl trend signal fired right here. See right there? There's an arrow because I have this program for the curl trend to plot a line or a red arrow. And you can see we're executing on a line arrow up and a red arrow down. The dark red arrow down is the exit, dark green is the exit out of a short trade. And you can see those right here, okay? So you could have got in here. There's an Easy Trader signal that got you in here, but you would have got in there or there. But if you were doing it with the curl trend signal with this, you would have gotten in right here and you had that trade. Came here, there it is again. Here the curl trend got you in. See the green arrow right there? But the Easy didn't fire to way up here. So this one got you in a lot earlier. And that's not uncommon. That happens quite frequently. Here is an example here. Okay, here's the one I told you that it missed because this bar is just outside. And so no trade, no trade. Then a curl trend fired right here. See the red arrow? So it took you short right there. This is a very, very nice setup, and it gives you the flexibility to take the Easy Trader with the curl trend strategy. Also in this strategy, there is a function that can easily be done because some of our users like to enter trades when it changes from a red to a green or from green to red, and to enter like right here to enter along when this changes from red to green. It's not defaulted on, but it's easy to turn on because we have it already set up. And all you have to do is to switch it on with this option here with the actionator switch. And then all you have to do then is to paint the signal and change this from none and change it to first. And then it will plot green or lime arrows. Okay, so that can be implemented if you like to do that. Some of our users like to do that. I don't personally like to do it myself. Then the markers curl system is really just it's a standalone strategy if you want to use it. Again, this tells you the direction of trade. This is the curl trend right here, gives you the signals. And this down here is a combination of two moving averages that I optimize once a month to come up with the best type of averages to use, and I provide that information to our users. This particular one right now is using an SMA3 with a volume weighted moving average of 40 to get the signals. Those can change, but I test them. I actually test them once a month to come up with any new settings if I have to. So that's kind of what this looks like. And I do want to show you a couple other things. What I want to do is want to take you back to the website. People always, you want to know what the price is. The price is located on the on the pricing system, and it's $3,695. There is a credit if you already own markers. It's in the agreement when you click on this, and you'll see more of that in a few minutes. But I do want to show you the area for our owners, which is right here. And this is an important area because here's where we have our Insiders Club stuff right up here. And these are all the Insider Club videos and sessions that we have going all the way back to 2016. And you can see I give a little brief description. And when you join us, I recommend that you look at the most recent ones because they're important. And we encourage our owners to join in on these meetings and participate. But if they can't, the recording is always there. So that being said, I'm going to now take us back to our PowerPoint presentation. And let's see if we can't wind this thing up. And John, I assume you've been answering questions. Okay. So there's the price at $3,695. for the people that are attending this webinar. And it's an outstanding turnout today, by the way. And again, thanks to everybody for coming. If you order by September the 2nd, you can save $300. So the price goes down to $33.95. Additionally, even better, if you order by 9/29, we'll throw in for free the Coral Trend indicator from Markers, and they normally charge $120 for that. So that would give you a total savings of $420. And lastly, if you already do own Markers, there is another $300 you can take off. So that's to take care of those people that own Markers. So that's pretty much the presentation. I'm at 5:06, Juanita, staying within your time limit. So people have opportunity to ask questions. If you need to contact any of us, John can be contacted at 605-610-3060. And my phone number is on the web. And does anybody have any questions?
Mike, I know John did answer some questions in the chat, but we still welcome more questions, and we can keep the room open for about another 10 minutes for anybody else who has questions.
Okay, terrific. I'm just trying to get through my presentation and present it logically and make sure people understand it, and give people the opportunity to ask any questions that they want to ask. I also want to say that for folks that are in here, if you want a private demonstration, you can set up a private meeting from our website, going back to our home page, and you can set up a private demo where you can schedule a private demo, and we'll spend as much time as you want to spend with us privately, with just us, and answer any questions you have and go through all of our stuff as quickly or as slowly as you want to go through it. Our objective is to make sure you understand how our stuff works, so that we can provide you tools to be able to trade stress-free. And I can't emphasize enough how important that is, because trading is a stressful business. And if you can have a workable system and know you have a good edge, you can trade stress-free and also pick the best times of the day to be trading. And that is so critical. They are not Renko bars. Some people like to think they are, but they're not. They're next bars, and they're bars created by us. They're a function of price and volume. Okay. Any other questions? Franz W says, is there a 7-day free trial? No, there is no 7-day free trial with the product on your machine. You can watch it for longer than 7 days free from our website if you want to. Okay, that's what the whole purpose of the virtual demo for is, so that you can watch it live, and it is with live data. Okay, any other questions? Okay. John, do you have any comments that you want to make? The virtual demo runs 24 hours, but again, Adrian, I have to say, markets don't trade well 24 hours a day. So although it's running, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best time to be trading.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. It's been very good to see the nice turnout. I'd like to thank NinjaTrader for, of course, being our host today. And thank you everyone for posting your questions. And would try to get to all the answers we could. No, it's a lifetime license as long as you pay the $150 maintenance fee per quarter. The first quarter is included in the purchase price.
Thank you, John. Juanita, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to present our product to your users. And it's our relationship with you guys has been for a long time. I think we've been with NinjaTrader now well over 10 years, I think, since the beginning of when you guys first started, if you remember. I don't even know if you were there then.
I was not, but I did join NinjaTrader back in 2011. So just a few years after Ray and John started the company. And I do recall you've been with us for quite a while. We always enjoy having you in the room. You always have a great event and a great turnout of attendees. So we definitely appreciate you as a vendor and all of your knowledge that you're able to share with our attendees.
Okay. Again, everybody, thank you for attending. Looking forward to getting to know many of you. Again, to Juanita and NinjaTrader, a very, very strong thank you. And so everybody stay safe out there and have a good evening.
Thank you again to Dimension Trader for taking time to share with us today. If you enjoyed today's session, we do hope that we'll see you in future events. We'd like to remind you the information provided in this was that of Dimension Trader and not of NinjaTrader. All information is for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Enjoy the rest of your day. We hope to see everyone in future webinars. Happy trading from everyone here at the NinjaTrader ecosystem. Thank you.